One thing I often wonder about companies that fail to scale, I wonder if the people who built these companies did not anticipate scaling early enough. And I do not mean this so much with respect to a specific business decision, but almost with respect to like a mindset, right? That you think of this as like, oh, this can be like $1 million company, but you don't think of it necessarily as $1 billion company. How do you kind of debunk that mindset? Do you see this as a problem?
No, I agree. I think there's all sorts of scale failures. The classic mode of failure is to try to scale too soon. In other words, really before you have the right product, you think you do, but you're deluding yourself, and you start trying to push it into people's hands, and indeed it kind of works a little bit, but you have that situation where you have 1,000, that we talked about earlier, where you have 1,000 or 1,000,000 users who kind of sort of like your product and they don't stick. And so you spend lots and lots and lots and lots of time and effort and money really uselessly, really without any return on that investment. But I do think you're right that there's this future you have to imagine if you want to go from 1,000,000 users to 1,000,000,000 users, or from 1,000 users to 1,000,000 users. Well, you have to imagine a different world. You have to imagine your product being used in a way different way, and how you get it into people's hands organized in a way different way. And I do think you're right. If you don't think about that early enough, you can get stuck. You can unstick yourself, but I do think that having a perspective, actually it's, in a sense, it's about telling a story to yourself about how this company went from 10 users to 1,000,000 users. And having, even though the story will certainly not be right in all its details, but having a perspective on that is actually, I agree with you, is really important.